Welcome, welcome, welcome. uh, Using them young men again to target in the targeting. But male leadership is sorely lacking in the black community, and there's a reason for that. It's not coincidental, accidental, act of nature, or an act of God. It is perpetrated by white supremacy and white races who are in certain positions and who have the expertise in all areas, okay, to pull off what they've been doing for the past, 500 years, right? I have to tell you what about, in the 21st century, the battlefield is before the mind. Well, for black people, like I said, white supremacists in the US, Europe, use black people as what? Use black people as test subjects to engage in what they call today cognitive warfare and neurocognitive warfare. Many of us don't want to believe it, and there's some white people they're used to, as well as Asian people, Hispanic people. But again, anything negative that happens, right, it happens in mass to black people. And that is the reality we don't want to accept, and we don't want to acknowledge. Everything, every negative outcome that a people can have, black people lead those areas. Right? In terms of per population and percentage-wise per population. So guess what? They are more poor white people than they are poor black people. Right? But if you take the same number of white people as the same number of the black population, you'll see a stark difference in terms of black people, in terms of the percentage of poverty rate within black people and white people within the same population number. So when we talk about those things, people tend to, not quite understand or have a misconception of the numbers, because they know how to manipulate the numbers, right? They know how to manipulate the numbers. They know how to engage in, right, manipulation using numbers, right? If you read the book The Iceman Inheritance by Robert Bradley, Western man, racism, misogyny, and aggression, you'll understand why they think that way. Just as how they understand how we think a certain way. Just as how they understand that we, as black people, have a connection to nature and this planet that they don't have. This is why they destroy this planet, because they don't have the connection that we have. And this is true for people of color all over the world, right? Is that our connection with nature, all right? And they, in the area in which black people, black Africans went to, the harsh climate, and we became white people, Mother Earth has never been, kind to us. I was to say kind to white people, right? The Europeans. Again, this is why we talk about genetic memory, DNA memory. So when you have a hatred for the planet that you live on, right? Because it's embedded in your DNA from your ancestors. Look, just walk right in front of the camera. I tell you, always got to use this black woman, right? I tell you, always the Negropeans. I'm telling you, they will put their son and their children in not say harm's way, but in a way in which they try to use and try to manipulate the emotions of black men and other black women, right? Because they understand that they have conditioned us to be a very emotional people. So, yeah, and you know, Negropeans, you know, I was once one. We go by emotions. We don't think clear-headed, level-headed. And this is, again, how they manipulate us. And black women understand that because they know they raised us, right? They raised us to be highly emotional, okay? And then ignore it as we get older, right? Anyhow, talk to you guys in the next video.